Gender equality and women's empowerment have been key objectives for societies worldwide. In recent years, one strategy that has gained significant attention in Mongolia is the implementation of female quotas in legislation. Female quotas, also known as gender quotas, aim to increase the representation of women in political decision-making bodies. Advocates argue that such measures are essential for achieving substantive gender equality and creating more inclusive and representative democracies.
Female quotas mandate a certain percentage of number of seats reserved for women in legislative bodies. The specific quota requirements vary across countries, ranging from voluntary party quotas to legally binding quotas enforced by electoral laws. While the quotas can take different forms, the objective remains consistent: to address the historical underrepresentation of women in politics and ensure their voices are heard and considered in decision-making processes. The Will Participate, Will Represent event was held in Sukhdar district on June 10th to raise awareness of the impact of representation. The General Election Committee, National Committee on Gender Equality, Voters Education Center, and several other non-governmental and state organizations are attending this event. The Media Council and other civil society organizations are also present. We are organizing an exhibition with digital data on youth participation in elections and gender equality. The GEC set up a replica of voting center where young people can get acquainted with the voting process. One of the primary arguments in favor of female quotas is the need to overcome systemic barriers that hinder women's participation in politics. Despite significant progress, women continue to face various obstacles, including gender stereotypes, discrimination, and limited access to resources and networks. By implementing quotas, countries aim to create a more level playing field and counteract the structural inequalities that impede women's political advancement. Our pavilion has information related to the quota for women in legislation. We are here to promote gender equality in decision-making organizations. Even though the ratio of women and men is 1-to-1, the number of women in representation at the legislative level is quite low. Experts believe that raising the female quota in parliament to 40% is a step forward in promoting gender equality in legislation. Critics of female quotas often raise concerns about the potential for tokenism and the importance of merit-based selection. However, proponents argue that quotas do not compromise meritocracy but enhance it. Quotas create opportunities for talented and capable women to enter politics, bringing diverse perspectives and experiences that enrich legislative debates. Studies have shown that increased gender diversity in decision-making bodies also leads to better policy outcomes and more effective governance. The journey toward achieving gender parity in legislation is an ongoing process and challenges persist, but the gender quota discussion continues in the Parliament of Mongolia.